Hi, Tom McLaughlin here, back with more activities from my ebook, 100 Ways to Love Yourself and Why It Matters to All of Us. The theme of today's activities is travel. So, self-love act number 62, visit all 50 states in the USA. Now, if you don't live in the United States, visit all of the states, provinces, counties in your country. Explore the land in which you live. I set a goal for myself years ago to visit all 50 states when I first started traveling a lot on my own. I discovered as I traveled from Seattle to South Bend, Indiana, all of these great cities, great little towns, plains, mountains, rivers with fantastic names like Crazy Woman Creek, towns like Blue Earth, Minnesota. These names have stuck with me over the years as I just opened myself to experiencing a whole new parts of the country that I had never seen before. Self-love act number 67 is travel to a country that you've never visited, but you've always wanted to. This is something that I did back in 2007. For years, I had wanted to travel to Europe. I imagined doing this with the love of my life, with a partner with whom I could explore these foreign lands. So one evening when I was driving home from another date that wasn't going to go anywhere, I remembered this dream of traveling to Europe. And I thought to myself, this person that I want to travel with isn't here. I don't know if or when she's going to show up. So what am I waiting for? I didn't have anything in town here that wouldn't be here when I got back. So I made the commitment to travel. And a few months later, I hopped on a plane, flew to Ireland, and spent the next 4 months backpacking around Europe, visiting 10 different countries and having extraordinary experiences, seeing things that I'd only read about in books or that I'd only seen in photos. One of the cornerstones of self-love is self-knowledge. Traveling introduces us to new parts of ourselves. We discover things about us that we hadn't known before. We put ourselves in situations that reveal who we are, some of the characteristics, some that we're going to love and some that are going to be challenging. In Dublin, Ireland, I went to the General Post Office on O'Connell Street, the site where Irish rebels started a fight against the British on Easter Monday morning in 1916. As I walked inside the lobby, I could see this pink marble that still had bullet holes from that morning. It was a spectacular sight, and I had to ask myself, why am I being drawn to this place? Why is it something that I have to keep coming back to? I'd visited it numerous times on my travels, and I just kept coming back. And what I reflected on was tyranny. At this spot, Irish rebels had stood up to tyranny of the British government against the Irish. And that's a fantastic story. Here I live in the United States that stood up to tyranny as well. There are other places around the globe where people stand up against tyrants, against those who would tell them how to live and what to think and what to say and what they could and could not do. I've always loved that spirit. But I also thought that there was something inside of me that I needed to find out. Where am I being a tyrant? Maybe not towards others, maybe not towards you, but is there a way in which I am a tyrant toward my own self? And I realized that I have a tyrant in me. I have this voice that keeps beating me up, that tells me I'm not good enough, that I can't do it, that no one's going to listen, that no one's going to read what I write, that no one cares what I think. And that voice, that character, tyrant-like character, has kept me from being fully myself for many years. I want to be like those Irish rebels on Easter Monday morning, standing outside the General Post Office in Dublin and stating their Declaration of Independence. I want to say, I hear you, tyrant voice, but I'm going forward. I'm going to do what I am called to do, what I was born to do, what I long to do. I'm going to write and I'm going to speak. I'm going to be me. That's what travel has done for me. That's why I've included it in this book. That's why I consider it an act of self-love, as well as an act of love for others. That's one of the reasons that it matters to all of us.